again, huh?
I'm serious. Where are you going?
I'm hungry.
You wouldn't be hungry if you'd eaten your spaghetti.
How could I with it all over the tablecloth? Where's my bathrobe?
In the laundry with your pajamas, which is why we need a laundry room.
Look, am I keeping you from selling the house? It was your decision, not mine. But every time some red-hot prospect comes through here, you put them through the third degree, and then you decide not to sell because they have squinty eyes or they beat their cat.
What if Mildred sees you like that?
I'll hide behind a roast beef sandwich.
Oh, she finished all the roast beef.
And the very next buyer we're selling. I don't care if he has 3 heads. I'm sick and tired of people tramping through this house. Officer, go after that car. That man broke into my house.
Out on a panty raid, are we?
That man broke into my house.
All right, next to the car. Come on,
you know,
right up here.
Commissioner McMILLAN.
There, listen to this. This joker says he's the police commissioner.
Take it easy. He is.
Well, did you two guys at least check the alleyway in back of the house?
Oh, yes, sir, right away, right after we recognized the commissioner here.
Mac, it's gone.
What's gone?
The silver bowl, the one with your family crest on it.
That's what I got hit with.
Well, how much was it worth, Mrs. McMillan?
How can you put a price on history, Sergeant? That bowl's been in Mac's family over 100 years.
Yeah, and that's where we kept our trading stamps.
Trading stamps? Anything else?
Not that I can find.
Why would a guy break into a house to steal one lousy silver bowl?
Well, maybe it was somebody who needed a toaster fast and didn't have enough books.
You don't steal silver bowls with these, Commissioner?
A stethoscope.
Oh, paying a house call.
Mildred. Charlie put the word out to all fences and pawnbrokers. That bowl shows up, I want it back. And the guy who's unloading it.
Yes, sir.
Come on, I'm going to have a bologna sandwich, and then we're going to bed.
Oh, Mac, I used the last of the bologna on sandwiches for the officers.
What?
Good night. Good night. Come on.
Certainly won't miss it there.
I hope you got him something nice.
Oh, I did.
Great.
Morning.
Morning.
Late, what a night, huh?
Happy birthday to you.
You remember.
Yes.
Thank you.
You didn't think I'd forget, did you?
What's this?
3 guesses.
Open it.
You know what they say. Good things come in long, skinny packages. A tie.
Yeah, and see, it has tiny little golfers on it.
Golfers?
Oh, yes. Tiny little golfers. Look at that.
Do you really like it, Mac?
I love it. I think it's wonderful.
Well, I know it's not much, but remember, you made me promise not to spend a lot this year.
No, I think it's perfect.
Well, if you don't like it, we can always take it back and exchange it.
No. I like this one.
There was a terrific one with little basketball players
No.
on...
I like this one.
Aren't you going to wear it?
Yes, I'm going to wear it.
Great.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Morning.
Hi, Sergeant.
Be right with you. Well, I gotta go. I'll see you later.
Okay. Mac, listen, we're going to do something really fantastic this weekend to celebrate your birthday. But Jenny Lassiter and her husband had a terrible fight this morning, and she called me. He left her. She's all upset, and she asked me, would I please come over tonight, have a cup of coffee, sit around and talk with her? And I said, okay. Is that all right?
Sure. Go ahead.
Mildred's going to leave some meatloaf in the fridge for you.
Meatloaf.
I hate to rush you, sir, but we're on a pretty hectic schedule. By the way, I've already put word out on the street about your silver bowl.
Good.
Hey, is that a new tie, sir?
Uh-huh.
Very nice. What are those tiny little things?
Golfers.
Oh, very sporty.
Yeah. Well, I'll be home early.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
And Mac,
Hmm.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Is it your birthday?
All day.
Well, you gotta let me buy you lunch.
2 martinis.
Oh, I thought they'd never leave. Mildred Jones blew it with that tie. Mac hates golf.
I tried to get one with tiny little criminals on it, but they were all out.
You think he suspects Mildred?
No, not a chance. That touch about the Lassiters was a stroke of genius.
No, he really did walk out on her. I think that's the caterer. Start blowing. Hi, Demetrius.
We waited until he left, Mrs. McMillan.
Oh, good thinking.
This is Katina, my assistant.
How do you do?
So, if you will show us to the kitchen.
Yes, well, Mildred, could you show them to the kitchen? Because I've got to get dressed.
Yeah, right. The kitchen is right this way.
Oh, any kitchen would be graced by such a charming presence as yours, my dear woman.
Oh, really? What'd you say your name was?
Dimitrios Anapopoulos.
Ah, a Greek.
Since the day I was born.
I was engaged to a Greek man once.
Oh, is that so? And what happened?
He left me for a taller person.
He was not then Greek. A true Greek understands that the nature of a woman is determined by what she has here.
Yeah, well, I'm not too strong in that department either.
Ah, you are far too modest, my dear woman. You possess an infinity of charms.
You're pretty good in the charm department yourself, Mr.
Dimitrios.
Demetrius. You can call me Mildred.
We will undoubtedly be working in close harmony together. First names are so much nicer.
I didn't catch your name, honey.
Katina. I am also a Greek.
Beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
Well, I have to get back to the balloons, so if you need anything, just holler.
So remember, keep your eyes and ears open. This must not fail.
Just a second. Wait your turn.
There isn't anybody here but me.
What do you want?
Well, I want to hunt this thing. What do you think?
What do you think? How much do you want?
It's a very valuable piece.
Uh-huh. Well, look, let me place a call to one of my experts in the field. That way I can give you a fair price for it.
What do you mean? No. Yeah, well, hurry it up.
Commissioner? We just got a call from the Ames pawn shop. There's a fellow down there trying to hawk a silver bowl that fits the description of the one taken from your place.
Good. Let's have him picked up.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's got to be here someplace.
Maybe we ought to forget it. I'll go someplace else.
No, don't do that. It's got to be here.
Look, all I want is $50 for this thing. I mean, what's all the hassle about?
Now, look, Mr. Mr. This could be a very valuable piece, and I'd hate to not give you what it's worth.
I'll go someplace else.
Let's go, Ernie.
Oh, no. The feet!
Hey!
All right. I hope your business falls off. Yes.
Commissioner, does this look familiar?
Yeah, that's it. Ernie, I'm really disappointed in you.
Oh, look, Commissioner, how was I to know that bowl belonged to you? I mean, it's like being a kid in a candy store. You know, you see this luscious all-day sucker and, oh, you know, I grabbed the bowl, stuck it under my arm, sheer habit. If I'd have known it was yours, hands off, you know?
I'm glad to hear that, Ernie. And I suppose it was accident that you hit me over the head with it.
Now, you know I've always been a man with honor.
Yeah. All right, Ernie, let's have it straight.
Well, this idiot calls me up and, well, he wants to know what kind of hollow spaces you have in your walls. And he's willing to give me $2 grand for it.
Hollow spaces?
Yeah, hollow spaces. I don't know from hollow spaces either. I'm just a second-story man.
But you took the job.
Not for $2 grand with this kind of inflation. Better believe it. Anyway, I was knocking around downstairs, you know, and that was my first mistake. I wasn't finding nothing at all when you busted in on me.
Who hired you?
I don't know. Like I told the sergeant, all I have is a P.O. box in Sausalito. See, I was supposed to send him a sketch, and he's going to send me the money.
And that's all?
I've always been straight with you, Commissioner.
Oh, yeah.
Well, naturally, with the exclusion of last night.
All right, Ernie. I'll make a deal with you. You find out who hired you, and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, the good sergeant here will unceremoniously throw you in the slammer. And with your priors, I'll personally see it's for keeps.
How can I give you a name when all I have is a zip code?
Find a way.
But there ain't no way.
Then you're in deep, deep trouble.
Deep trouble I can handle. It's the misdemeanors that'll kill you. I'll try.
Thanks, Ernie. Put a stake on that P.O. box.
Yes, sir.
Hollow walls and hollowed halls.
What's that, sir?
Oh, yeah. It's an old Scottish limerick.
Look, you should have told me I was busted in the police commissioner's house. I know, but $2 grand ain't enough to pay for the kind of trauma I just went through. And now I gotta come up with a name. Or else I'll be making license plates for the next couple of years. Look, you and I, we better meet. At my place, 11 o'clock tonight. Listen, you yo-yo, you show up tonight or else! I lost my dime. Should be a law against that.
Yes, Mrs. Richards, I know how that is. I'm sorry, I just can't show the house today. I'm giving a party for my husband tonight. No, actually, it's Mac. He can't decide whether he wants to sell it or not. I guess it's some sort of sentimental attachment. All right. Okay, bye-bye.
Hello, Mrs. McMillan.
Mr. Harrington, hi.
Listen, I hope I haven't caught you at a bad time, as it were.
As it is, I'm giving a party for my husband tonight.
Oh, terrific. Listen, I got a client outside in the car. Is it okay if I show her the house?
Now?
Yeah. She saw pictures of the inside. She loves it.
I'm sorry, I just wouldn't be able to let you show it now.
Look, this is a very special client, Mrs. McMillan. Luciana Amaldi.
Luciana Amaldi?
Yeah, Luciana Amaldi.
Luciana Amaldi?
Right.
Who's that?
You gotta be kidding. The famous Italian movie star.
Oh, I guess I just didn't see any of her pictures.
I've seen them all. She's a big talent. But better than anything, she's ready to make an offer.
That Luciana Amaldi?
Right. And even better, she's not quibbling about the asking price.
Are you sure that it's our house that she wants to buy?
Absolutely.
All right, go get her. Bring her up, see what we can do. Golly. Mildred, Mr. Harrington's bringing up a big movie star to see the house.
Oh, of course. Well, that explains it. That's why you're throwing the papers all around.
Uh-huh.
What movie star?
Luciana Amaldi.
Who?
She's big, very big in Italy.
Yeah, so why does she want this house?
Mildred, she's in love with it. Mildred, I want you to be very frank. Don't conceal anything. Tell her how you hate the kitchen.
Hey, the kitchen's okay. What's the matter with
Well,
it?
tell her about the teeny little cupboards, the dinky little windows that you can't see out of, 37 steps down to empty the garbage, which sometimes they don't even collect.
So?
Mildred!
I thought you wanted to sell
Mildred,
the
I
house.
do want to sell the house. Why do you think I have it on the market? I've had it on the market for 14 weeks.
McMillan?
Hi.
Luciana Amaldi.
Oh, hi.
Mrs. McMillan.
Oh, I hope you'll excuse our dishabille.
Nothing could detract from the ambiance of this charming little villa.
How true.
This is Mildred.
Hello.
This is Derek Simon. He's directing my new film here in San Francisco.
Hi.
Mr. Harrington says that you're reluctant, perhaps, to sell?
Well, it's not really me, it's my husband. He's sort of set in his ways.
One becomes attached to things, I suppose. Lovely. Preciosa. Mrs. McMillan, you decorated this all by yourself.
Yes, I did.
Charming, charming.
You know, my husband and I have lived here almost since the day we were married.
Derek and I hope to be married, too.
Oh, be sort of like a honeymoon house.
I hope so. If Derek is not too obstinate. A bathroom. How fantastically convenient. Only Americans would think of having a bathroom right off the living room. Isn't that marvelous, Derek?
Well, Miss Amaldi, I guess you'd probably like to see the kitchen. It's this way.
Yes, I'll show you the dinky cupboards and teasy windows. You'll love them.
In Naples, you know, we have very small windows. I'm crazy, I guess, but I adore them. Like small picture frames. A canvas.
Smaller than life.
I smell something.
Dinner. That's the trouble. Whenever you cook in this house, it smells for hours.
But that's wonderful. A house should smell. It gives warmth, personality. It's lovely. I love it, my love. Say yes.
Well, you haven't even seen the upstairs.
Oh, I've seen enough. It's perfect.
Sure, she loved it from the pictures I showed her. Look, we got the deposit check already. Not that we're trying to rush you.
Well, I'd have to talk with my husband first.
Why don't you call him right now?
Oh, that wouldn't be possible because he's very busy. He has a lot of meetings today.
Then why don't we take you both to dinner someplace this evening?
Terrific.
No, we're having a party for him tonight. It's his birthday.
Oh! Well, maybe for a moment we could drop in and convince him. I'm very good at convincing.
I'm sorry, but that wouldn't be possible. Maybe tomorrow.
Of course, tomorrow. I'm being impatient as usual. Shall I call in the morning?
That would be lovely, Miss Amaldi.
Luciana. Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah, well, listen, maybe this will give you some inspiration.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Yeah, cute. Ciao.
Mr. Harrington.
You really handled that one great.
Ah, Luciana Amaldi, what a fantastic film star. Huh? She made a picture in my country once.
Really? In Greece?
Mm-hmm. Will you sell her the house?
I don't know. She just loves it. She's not even arguing about the money.
Ah, then you will sell, no?
Commissioner. You ready to push off?
I guess so.
Why are you feeling so blue?
Oh, I don't know. Just a little down.
Hey, it's your birthday.
I know.
No, I mean, that's why you're feeling blue. You see, birthdays, sir, have a great emotional impact. I mean, we tell everyone not to make a great big thing out of it, and then when they don't, it's very depressing.
It's very perceptive.
Thank you, sir.
When's your birthday?
December. I'm a Sagittarius.
What day?
Well, if I tell you, sir, you write it down and make a big thing out of it.
You see, you do it too.
Oh. Yeah, well, I guess everybody does.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. When you get to be my age, it's nothing to make a fuss over.
By the way, what age is that, sir?
The age of enlightenment. Oh. Take me home.
Yes, sir. How about stopping for a couple of beers on the way?
No, Sally might be waiting. Want to come up for a beer?
Why, I thought you'd never ask. Looks like Mrs. McMillan isn't home yet.
No, I guess not.
I wonder if maybe she'd have a little of that extra meatloaf for that sandwich.
Oh, probably. You like meatloaf?
I adore her. Make it about 3 or 4 times a
Have
week.
you ever had Mildred's meatloaf?
No, sir, I can't.
She's a
Say I have.
fair cook, you know, but you can't make meatloaf.
Oh, no.
Want some eggs? You cook the eggs. You're very good at cooking
Well, it was
eggs.
disastrous the last time.
No, remember I came to your apartment one time? Lights aren't on. I guess Sally is in here. I certainly am
Were you surprised?
Absolutely.
You didn't guess.
Absolutely.
Not even suspect.
Absolutely.
Didn't even
Yes.
suspect a
Thank
thing.
you. I need this. Cheers, everybody. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mark.
Happy birthday. Happy
birthday, Mark. Happy birthday. Long time no see.
Yes.
Commissioner, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Who's that?
That's Tony's new girl.
Oh. Where's Tony?
He couldn't come.
Who's Tony?
He's the one who couldn't come.
Oh, Charlie.
Excuse me. Yes, sir, right here.
You dog, you knew about this all along.
Yeah, I sure did.
What if I said yes to your offer of a couple of beers?
Well, I kind of knew you wanted to come home just in case.
You missed your calling. You should have been a psychiatrist. Sally.
Tom, man.
Where's John and Sue?
Oh, John had to have dental surgery this morning, and Sue, she had to take one of the girls to a piano recital.
Farrell's here?
Yeah, they called me this afternoon heart sick. It seems like Bill's 96-year-old grandmother got sick, and they had to take her to the hospital.
Oh, is she all right?
I think so.
What about the Lesters?
Oh, they sent a gift, but Herman had to go down to a convention in L.A., and Bibi got the flu.
But Sally, who?
Well, just because our close friends couldn't come, I decided I didn't want to cancel the party, so I just moved over to the B list. What are you gonna eat?
Mac?
Yes?
Happy birthday, darling Mac.
Darling Mac, this is Luciana Amaldi, and this is her fiancé, Derek Simon.
How do you do?
Are you surprised?
Very.
Oh, I'm sorry to barge in like this, like you told us not to, but I promise not to talk any business.
Business? What business?
Yes, Miss Amaldi would like...
A promise is a promise.
She would like to buy the house.
You told.
You do? Really?
She thinks it's just great.
Now, let's not talk any business until we've gone into the living room and you have drunk at least enough champagne that you will not be able to refuse my offer.
I find it hard to refuse you anything, Miss Amaldi.
Hey, Mac.
Of course, I think we should take time to consider.
What is this I hear, Mac, that you're thinking about selling the house?
Oh, Miss Amaldi here seems to have taken quite a fancy to it.
Oh, well, now, I hate to be a wet blanket, but this is sure one lousy time to buy a house.
Hey, you're supposed to be on our side. They sold us the house.
Oh, really? Then I shall very quickly be able to find out if there are any skeletons in the closets.
And I'll be the first to rattle them for you.
I don't think I heard your name.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Church, this is Miss Amaldi and...
Derek Simon.
Derek Simon.
How do you do? I love your pictures, Mr. Maldi. Very good. Are you, making a film here?
Yes, in your beautiful city.
That's the reason she'd like to buy the house. She wants to live in it while she's filming.
Why don't you just rent? Owning a home can be a real pain, you know. Gardeners, decorators, painters. There's always something going wrong.
Yes, but think of the rewards on those days when things go right.
You're really going to sell it, Mac?
I never make real estate transactions without first consulting with my wife. Excuse me.
Hey, Bill, meet Laura.
Hey, when do I tell him about the termites?
Won't do any good, Mildred.
You don't want to sell the house, do you? Neither do I. So we'll take it off the market, and that will be the end of it.
Happy birthday, Mac. Magic's still there. I can feel the ground starting to move.
What is that?
It's an earthquake.
Yeah, well, I'm glad the lines are okay. Any other damage? Okay. I'll be right down.
Sir, I radioed for a lab crew, but there's no chance till later.
All right, don't move our friend until they arrive.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mac, there doesn't seem to be any damage upstairs other than just some paintings off the wall.
I have to go down to the office for a moment. Don't worry. The worst is over. And right here, I'll stay with you.
Oh, remember what happened the last time?
No. See?
I love you.
Mr. Church, you were the previous owner of this house, isn't that right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, do you have any ideas to the identity of that skeleton there?
No.
No friends or relatives unaccounted for, then?
Oh, none.
Now, that side of the house, sir, that's part of the original structure, isn't it?
Well, no. As a matter of fact, we remodeled this part of the house ourselves about 5 years ago.
Including the fireplace wall?
Yes.
Well, I take it you didn't see any body behind the wall before you bricked it up, then?
Well, now, if I had, Sergeant, I certainly would have reported it to somebody. After I stopped running.
Yes, sir, I'm sure you would have. What about you, Mrs. Church?
No, Mrs. Church was in London at the time.
Yes, I was.
Thank you.
Well, I don't suppose you'll be interested in buying the house now, will you, Luciana?
As a matter of fact, I love houses which exude mystery, have their own excitement. House is like a woman, of much more desirability, with a scarlet past.
Mac and I have decided to take it off the market.
Oh, what a shame. Surely you will reconsider. In any case, we must go back to our hotel. Through streets of rubble, I'm afraid.
You can pretend it's Naples in World War II.
It was such a special party. Madonna mia, I only hope another body doesn't fall out of the wall.
Hold that thought, Luciana.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Mildred, please put that brick down. That's material evidence.
That's what I call a gate crasher.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yoga.
At 3:30 in the morning?
It's the only way to deal with a crisis. How are things out there?
Well, all things considered, not too bad. Everybody get home all right?
I had a tough time getting rid of them. Everybody was so fascinated by that skeleton. Who do you think it is?
Was.
Whatever.
Whoever. Lab team will be here first thing in the morning.
Oh, Mac. I've been thinking. I think we should sell the house. First we have an earthquake, then a body falls out of the fireplace. Then we have a robbery. Don't forget about the robbery. I just don't feel safe here anymore.
Well, it'd be pretty hard to sell.
Well, Luciana Amaldi says that her offer still stands.
Even if the house doesn't?
Mac, the house is very solid. All that we sustained was cosmetic damage.
Well, I don't call a brick wall cosmetic damage.
Well, at least the room is still standing, isn't it?
That was only an aftershock.
I know.
Why are you standing in the doorway?
Insurance. Well, what do you think?
What?
About selling the house to Luciana.
We're not going to sell it.
Why?
An Italian movie star wants to buy our house.
Yeah.
She doesn't even quibble about the price.
No.
Then there's an earthquake. The brick fireplace falls in, a skeleton jumps out at us, and she still wants to buy the house and doesn't argue about the price. We're not selling.
You're getting mad.
No, I'm just concerned.
You know, you ought to stand on your head. You'd feel great.
Can't. The blood rushes to my head.
Well, I don't know how you can sleep when a gigantic earthquake could happen at any minute.
I'm not going to wait for it. I'm too tired. Good night.
Could you turn that light on?
Why?
I'm scared.
Of what?
I'm scared of earthquakes. People falling out of fireplaces, robberies, you name it. I'm scared of it.
Is that better? Good night.
Hello? Oh, I'm
yes,
sorry. Oh,
No! Maggie, would you get maintenance on the phone, please?
I'm really sorry. Maintenance? Commissioner McMillan's office.
Thank you. Maintenance? Yes, I'm sorry. We were disconnected. Oh, look, give me a break, will you? I mean, this room looks like a cyclone went through it. Well, at least send somebody up to rehang the paintings. Well, what about a bribe? All right, could you see that it's done today, please? Thank you.
Any luck?
They said they'd try.
Oh, it's really not so bad, Commissioner.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
You see? An impartial opinion.
It's terrible.
Maggie, let me help you with these books.
Thanks, I'd love.
How are things at the house?
I was lucky, actually. There was no real damage.
I'm very glad to hear that, Maggie. Actually, I was talking about my house.
Oh, I don't know, sir. I haven't been to your house.
I know. I was talking to Sergeant Enright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be all right.
Charlie?
Everything's just fine, sir. The lab crew's there now.
Did you talk to the coroner's office?
Oh, yes, sir. Listen, they said that they could perform dental tests and X-ray comparisons.
But outside of that, sir, they're going to have a very tough time identifying the body.
The body? Whose?
We don't know. That's why they're performing dental tests and X-ray comparisons.
You mean a body just turned up at your surprise party?
A body fell out of the fireplace.
Oh, dear. Fireplace?
Let's check when that fireplace was built. Church did the remodeling. I'd like a list of people reported missing at that time.
Yes, sir.
What about this bowl?
What bowl?
This one.
Oh.
I've never seen it before.
That was stolen out of the house the other night. Meant to return it. Thanks for reminding me.
Commissioner, I know it's none of my business, but what with robberies and bodies falling out of the walls, don't you think you ought to consider a move?
Have you been talking to my wife?
Hello? No, no. Hello? Oh, Commissioner McMillan's office. Wait a minute, I'll see if he's in. Are you in?
Depends. Who is it?
Who is it? Captain Kellerman.
Yes.
He's in.
Yes, Captain. Where? Right. We'll be right down. Fatality report, the first one so far.
Where, sir?
Warehouse District, Corey, Maine.
Well, that area is usually deserted in the middle of the night.
I know. Let's go.
Have a nice day, sir. You too, Sergeant.
We'll do our best, Maggie. Oh, Maggie,
Yeah, I know.
thank you.
Maintenance. This is Commissioner McMillan's office. Don't you think you could send somebody at least to rehang the pictures? Looks like a cyclone hit it.
Frightened residents all over the city swamped telephone lines most of the night. One of the more bizarre incidents happened to the police commissioner himself. A skeleton, still unidentified, fell from the wall into the middle of his living room. George Church, well-known art dealer, and his wife Emily, former owners of the house, were as surprised as the McMillans over the arrival of the unexpected visitor.
Hello?
Mrs. McMillan.
Yes.
Roger Stambler, Lloyd's of London.
Isn't it a little bit late for insurance after it's happened?
No, this is a different matter. Is Commissioner McMillan in?
No, he's at the office.
I see.
Well, come on in.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Maybe there's something I can help you with.
No, I'm afraid not. It's something I must discuss with the commissioner himself. You really have a bit of a problem there.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of knocking a hole in that wall anyway.
I read about your unexpected visitor. Must have been quite a shock, I imagine.
Yes, he was the life and death of the party.
That's Mildred.
Ah, Mildred. Will your husband be in his office all day?
Should be. Maybe you could give him a call there.
Right. If I'm unable to reach him, will you be sure and tell him it is a matter of the utmost urgency?
I sure will, Mr. Stambler.
Thank you.
You know, I've never met anybody from Lloyd's of London before.
Really?
I'm except in the movies, of course.
I don't understand.
You know, after the big jewel robbery, then the guy comes from Lloyd's of London and he starts asking the leading lady all sorts of very penetrating questions.
Next time I come, I promise I'll have something really penetrating to say.
Okay, one second.
Sally, darling.
Luciana. Hi, dear. What have you got there?
Sweets for the sweet hostess. Very hard to find immediately after an earthquake, you can imagine.
I'm sorry. This is Roger Stambler, Luciana Amaldi. But be careful of what you say to him because he's apt to ask you some penetrating questions.
Oh?
He's from Lloyd's of London.
How very interesting.
Oh, this is Derek Simon.
As a matter of fact, Miss Amaldi and I have already met. But I don't expect she'll remember. We insured some of her jewels, just a routine business meeting.
Luciana, you never should have brought me these things. They're very fattening.
Well, it's a bribe to get you to sell me your house. What a wreck, no?
Yes.
You're selling your house, Mrs. McMillan?
Well, we had been thinking about it, but we changed our minds last night.
What made you go against it?
I don't know. This and that.
Yes, I see. Well, I shall call your husband later. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Sure was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting all of you.
Okay. Well.
Come on, Lucy. Remember, I'm going to show you the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh.
If it's still standing. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Can't you take a joke?
It's Ernie Booker.
Looks like he's not going to lift any more of your bowls, Commissioner.
Well, it ought to be taken care of right away. How soon can you do it? Tomorrow morning's fine. Talk to you later. I just told the chief about Ernie Booker. Did you get an autopsy out of him?
We're working on it, sir.
Good. Isn't it interesting that the only victim of the earthquake in this entire city happens to be the same man hired to find out whether the walls in my house are hollow or not?
Yeah, well, maybe this will help, sir. Here's the information you wanted on George and Emily Church.
Okay.
Here are hundreds of newspaper clippings about Luciana and her lover boy. But the real kicker is this, sir. It's your house. Oh. And that remodeling job was done by a contractor named Martin Sandowski.
Martin Sandowski?
Yes, sir. But the interesting thing about this particular blueprint is that we found it in the late Ernie Booker's apartment.
I'll get it, Mildred.
Just what we needed, somebody else dropping in.
I know. Hi.
Hi, Mrs. McMillan, Walter Jennings.
Yeah.
National Insurance Company.
Oh, yeah. Come on in.
Thank you.
You know, you're the second insurance man to come and see me today.
Yeah?
First Lloyd's of London, and now you. You know, I don't think I've seen you since we took out our earthquake insurance policy.
No, I guess you haven't. I did talk to your husband on the phone, though. He says you recovered that silver bowl that the prowler took the other night.
Yeah. Well, it kind of helps when you're the police commissioner.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
I hope there's not going to be a problem with our claim. I know your office must be inundated with calls right now, but as you can see, we did have a little problem with it. What is that?
Your check.
You're kidding.
To start the repairs, on account.
How did you manage that?
Yeah, a little pressure on the home office.
I don't believe it. This isn't what I expected at all.
That's some hole you got there, huh?
Yeah, we thought we'd make a sauna out of it.
Well, look, I just wanted to drop off the check here, and I do have several other calls to make, so...
You know, I sure appreciate this, Mr. Jennings. I
Well,
never
look,
expected
anything we can do to make it easier for you, you know. Listen, by the way, have you hired a contractor for that remodeling yet?
No, why?
I was just thinking, I know of a man by the name of Martin Sandowski, and apparently he did the remodeling for the Church family when they lived in the house.
Well, I guess he'd know where the bodies are buried.
Yeah, probably so. Oh, we'll see you later. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Where the bodies are buried, ha-ha.
Just sweep.
All right, Commissioner, I'm a busy man. There was an earthquake, remember?
So
somebody's got to clean up this whole
That's
mess
why the
here.
mountain came to Muhammad, Mr. Sandowski.
Why don't you just say what you got to say, huh?
Just a few routine questions.
Yeah, which I can already answer for you, believe me. No, I don't know the name of the skeleton. I know there's no member of my crew missing, period. I got no liability in this thing
This
at
is
all.
very likely a murder charge, Mr. Sandowski, so perhaps you better remember everything you can about remodeling that house.
All right. The owner, George Church, asked me to finish a job in a hurry, so I finished it in a hurry. The wall was only half done. He called me up and said he'd pay me double if I finished it the same day, so I did. He paid me, then he got on a plane, visited his wife in London. How was I supposed to know the San Andreas Fault was going to cave in?
You didn't see a body on the other side of that wall?
No, what do I know about a body? The wall, even half finished, was already up to here.
And you didn't even look?
No, I didn't look. I didn't see anything. I mixed my lousy cement, I took my money, and I bugged off. So sue me.
Don't tempt me.
Come on, fellas, move it, will you? You haven't got all day.
Commissioner?
Yeah?
Something's fishy here. You know, if I were Sandowski on that job, I'd have looked over onto the other side of the wall.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't? Now, look. He's not off the hook yet. I want to go stop and see George Church. I'll drop you off.
Hi, Matt.
This is a surprise. Say, listen, Emily and I were just about to have dinner at the club. Why don't you call Sally and come on over?
Well, we'd love to, but I've got a lot of work to do at the office.
Oh.
Well, there doesn't seem to be too much damage around here.
No, no. Emily thought for sure that our stained glass panels and reams would be smashed to smithereens, but they weren't.
Oh, not one small angel.
Very good.
Well, now, listen here. If you will not have dinner, will you have a sherry?
What? If you haven't anything stronger, be glad.
Right over here.
It's over here. Come on.
Solid lead crystal from Florence, 16th century. Nothing but the best, man.
So I see.
Emily?
Thank you.
Mac? And a little one for me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That helps. You know, Mac, we have no idea who that body could be in your wall. We're as baffled as you are.
Do you recognize these?
Plans?
Of the house.
Oh, yes. Well, they must be the plans for that remodeling job that we did about 5 years ago, just before you bought the place.
They were found in an apartment of a third-rate loser named Ernie Booker. Ernie Booker was the only fatality last night in the whole city.
Well, the contractor filed those with the city, Mac, while he was doing the remodeling job. Anyone could have gotten a copy of them.
Yes, I just spoke with your contractor, Martin Sandowski.
Sandowski, right.
He says you paid him double to seal up the wall in one day.
Yes, that's right.
Why?
Well, I haven't told Emily about this. She was in London at the time, but, well, I wanted to see her, and, you know how those contractors are. They're as, well, they can be awfully bloody slow.
That's true. They were taking a very long time.
Yeah, so that's all there is to it, Mac. A man missing his wife.
Yes, well, I better get back to the office.
Oh, by the way, Mac, we really feel awfully bad about the house. You know, walls falling in and all that sort of thing. I feel like I've sold you a lemon. But Emily and I always kind of liked it.